So, in today's video I will work with leather, and therefore I have here my little leather working kit which I have shown in a previous video. So, let's take the knife out. That's the first thing we need. Close it up again and bring in my box of leather scraps. Which this is good here. Just need a small piece. And what I'm doing now is I will make a cover for my little signaling mirror. Because this one is made out of real glass and I want to protect it a bit when I'm carrying it. So let's figure out where we put it. I have to be able to put something over it and saw it. So we need at least 2 closed sides, like this. This should work out good, just like this. So let me now bring in a piece of wood on which we cut it. There are dozens of methods of cutting leather, but the easiest to me has always been just a X-Acto knife. Not what they have used back then, but they would have if they had one. So let's make sure we are here correctly in. Something like this. Always it's better to cut it a bit bigger than a bit too small. Can always trim it down a little, but adding on it's impossible. This will be a very simple design. Let's make sure the cut is straight. This should look good. And just going along here with like no pressure at all. The knife is so sharp it cuts the leather like butter, but we don't have to cut it in one cut. We just drag along it and it will be cut loose when it's finished. You don't need to force anything. So let's make sure it fits nice and snug inside. Yeah, that looks good. Just like this. Now I can go a bit more into the design of it. Let's take a bit off here. So and how you design it, that's up to you. this. And that part sticking out on top. The next step is also quite easy. Just take the mirror out. And you can skip this step if you want, but I will use a bit of glue. Not the traditional method, but it will do with the glue. Just like this. Smearing it around a bit so it doesn't get squished in too deep. And now I'm closing it edge to edge and squishy squish. Trying not to get it on the outside. But that's not so important. Now I'm taking the wood I've cut it on. Let's better do it this way. Put it on a piece of wood, like this. Put the other piece of wood on top of it. Just like this. And now you can just put something heavy on top of it, like a stack of books or something. Or what I will do is, I'm using one of those heavy clamps. And now it's the perfect opportunity for a nice short walk around the block. So now here we are back. It now had enough time to dry. Let's separate it. And here it is. It should come loose from it. And it does. Yeah, it's still flexible. And the glue has dried. It can just be rubbed off. Yeah. And now, let's see if we have measured good enough and the mirror still fits inside of it. And he does just perfect, you see. Now I take a even rest piece of wood and a little hole punch. You can also use nails, if I have, as I have done here, if you have a bigger ladder, but this is so thin, you only need a little hole punch. Then you want to just make holes everywhere you want to stitch. And so, that's it. All the way around you have your little tiny holes. Everywhere you want to have them. And be sure to make them equally spaced. It will influence the optic, but that's just a piece to use and abuse. So, the next string I'm using is a piece of waxed thread. About that long. But make it longer, you can always shorten it. And you need not only one, but 2 sewing needles. And yeah, you have to figure out which size of needle fits your project best. And the 2 needles are because I'm using a saddle stitch. So for touching the needles you can just simply put the twine through the hole and twist it a bit. This should hold. Today I will not show you the whole stitching process, just the beginning of it. I'm going in here with one of the needles and the needle is a bit going through it, a bit hard going through it, just help you with it here, and the next hole here. They aren't equal, so the one goes through it far easier than the other one. So, a bit more explanation. I have done a double stitch on the first 2 holes, and now I'm just simply stitching along, going through the hole from this side and then from this side. So, let me show you a bit closer. You have those 2 needles and those 2 holes, and what you do is you go through one hole, I'll take the other one first, it's easier to see. I simply push the needle through here, and it's harder to get it through, so I take this part of my pliers that is not the cutting edge and simply grip the needle, and then I can gently pull it through. Just like this. Then the next needle, the one from the other side, ow, goes into my finger. Yeah, they are sharp. Goes to the hole I have just put the one through. Just like this. I again take my pliers and simply see they have this grippy edge here, which I use to simply grip the needle and pull it through. Just like this. And then I repeat. I just take this needle again, put it through the next hole, sometimes you see this comes loose, you just put it on and twist it again. It's just twist fit, it stays on because it is waxed. You take it and you pull it through, just like this. And then you take the one from the other side and put it through the newly made hole. And yeah, that's not a traditional saddle stitch, not even close. So that's the end. I've just sawn it a bit through, it looks okay, and now I'm simply cutting them off. And it's finished. So the last and final step is I'm making a hole to hang it. And so here we have a little hole. Perfect to hang it around our neck. Perfect. So I hope this video was helpful. Feel free to join the club and subscribe. And another side note, if you hang this around your neck, don't use a leather strap, you don't want to strangle yourself. So be safe and have fun.